Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Orimon, and I'm an incident responder. Today, I'm going to talk about a new risk, a risk that everyone is using for their everyday work. AI assistance, it's not a hacker, it's not a malware. The problem starts with too much trust and too little control. It sometimes leads to destruction. Let's see how it leads to destruction and how to stop it. So, 2 a.m., our hotline rings. We accepted ransomware, maybe a nation state actor, but in reality, it was Claude Code. The AI deleted the entire production code base. There was no need for malware. It was just a vague command by a bit pressured programmer. And it was with too much access. That day, we learned that our own tools can destroy us. AI was built to help, and it's a great friend. It can automate, accelerate processes, but if we use it carelessly, it can become a danger. It follows instructions quite literally, or sometimes hallucinates. It drifts off, doesn't remember, stuff goes wrong. But it's really confident, it's fast, and again, sometimes wrong. All of this make a destructive mix. Our traditional cybersecurity defends against traditional outside attackers, external threats. But today, in our landscape, threats can come from the inside, like AI assistance. It looks valid, it's really users and valid commands, but it does make a lot of damage. AI can just invent stuff, AI can just be wrong, but we put too much trust in it and too little awareness. It makes everything goes bad. So I'm going to talk about 3 case studies that I stumbled upon and investigated that will show you the same repeating pattern. And we will later discuss on. The first case study, start of a catastrophe. It's a SaaS company with a developer that had an ugly merge conflict. He was really under pressure, and he saw online a flag, dangerously skip permission. He asked Claude Code to automate the merge and start over. Let's think what he thought. It's just for now. I have to solve this merge. I have to fix it. I will remove the permissions later. Hint, he didn't. But Claude did exactly what he asked for. He overwrote secure config files with defaults and deployed them to production. That way, all tasks passed. The code was approved, but minutes later, production ran insecure defaults. AI didn't understand this was production. He doesn't have a sense of risk. He just obeyed perfectly. He did what he was told to. He doesn't know the risk. The second case study, the marketing AI that becomes a data breach. In an e-commerce company, an analyst asks get user data for a report. AI hit the authentication error, and the programmer analyst asked him to solve it. And he solved it quite aggressively. He made the DB public. He was meant to help, but actually he became a data breach. He released all the data for the public. AI is not optimized to see security in mind. It's optimized for the goal. It sometimes doesn't know the context, fill out the blanks, and that can be something destructive. And the third case study, Mongon, in a fintech company, a development, send a command, to an AI, clean absolute orders. The comment that came out seems really logical, but in fact, the logic was inverted. Instead of deleting the absolute orders, it just deleted everything except the completed orders. It caused 1.2 million records to be deleted. The security team thought it was a wiper because it was going so fast and deleting everything. But it was just a developer with no checks, just speed. There were no guardrails, and that's what's important here, because a repeating pattern is obvious. The first thing is pressure. In these days, delivering fast is often appreciated more than security. Vague prompts. Sometimes it's really comfortable with AI. You even think he's a bit of a read minds, but actually he knows only what we give him. Doesn't know more. If he needs to, he's just gonna fill out the blanks with sometimes guesses, sometimes hallucinations. Extrapolation. People just open the permission just for now, just for this. But let me tell you something that works is never changed. Misinterpretation. Sometimes you mean something, one thing, and the AI understands the second thing. Delay detection. Delay detection. Actually, when it's a bad user and a bad command, it's really hard to detect what is the source of the damage, especially in our landscape of logging. And then comes the final thing, panic call. We think we have been hacked. It's usually that. So why is this happening now? Because we have 5 factors that brought us the perfect storm. The first thing, vibe coding culture. It's easy to say that if it came from the AI, it must be right. The computer programmers are thinking that he reads minds a bit. He must be right. Tutorial traps normalize using force and dangerous stuff without explaining the depth of their actions. Speed is valued over safety again and again, extremely in this AI era that everything goes so fast. AI lack of shared context between humans and AI. Again, thinking he reads minds is a bit prone to errors. Regardless, AI is treated as a tool, as not as an administrative power, but it does have the power to change a lot of things and need to be addressed as an administrator in your network. And all of those incidents we saw could have been avoided with guardrails. Guardrails are keeping your environment safe, makes security being visible and part of your workflow. So what can we do now? We have 3 immediate actions we can do now. Audit. Audit AI. The first thing, you need to audit the logs of what came from AI, the outputs, the inputs, to see the actions. In addition, audit the permissions. Do you know what the permission for every AI assistant you have? What can it touch? What can it change? What can it read? I suggest making a list of it. You will be surprised at what you see. The second one is two eyes rule. Every code, prompt, or recommendation that comes from an AI shouldn't be executed in prod immediately. It should always go through a human AI. Sandbox. AI is important for getting ahead, for being more fast. You need to let your teams be experimental of it, but in a safe environment. In a sandbox, a mistake is a learning opportunity. In product, it's a crisis. So I know prevention is a key, but detection closes the loop. You can see here a detection that comes from my organization, and it's Claude Code. We actually detect dangerous skip permissions in CMD line to see if someone operated it. It links to the user and AI session and flags AI, flags the session before something happens. And even after it happens, I can detect it. It can catch hallucination or mass deletion. Actually, it comes to show that all tools can spot AI mistakes. We just need to teach them how. And long-term resilience. The final step. It combines tech and organization together, because in tech, we need to do less privilege principle for all our AI. We shouldn't have AI assistant with too many permissions in our network. They should have only the permission they need to validate commands. We need a pipeline of command to validate the commands before it executes. It needs to be a part of the workflow, not an afterthought. Isolated environment. As I spoke about before, product and staging should be separated. Continuous detections. As I showed you before, you can use your old tools and use new tools like Nova. Nova is a Java-based rule, but for AI detection that can show you malicious activity or destructive activity using AI. And the organizational level is just important as a tech level. AI safety training is important because your programmers and engineers won't learn safety anywhere else. It's not a common talk. If you won't teach them, they won't know. It's supposed to be part of your workflow. And runbooks. IR runbooks should involve AI distraction, because when it happens, it's not going to be a panic. It's going to be a well-organized crisis. Regular drills are going to make the same thing. You need to know what to expect, and all of this is going to make an awareness routine in your organization. So the road ahead, AI is here to stay. We're all sure of it, and we love it, but we need better safety standards, better detection and monitoring, education and policy updates that are often overlooked from AI. And yes, I can see in the near future insurance for AI damages. Early adopters are going to set the norm here. So this is a call for action, because all of the incidents that I showed you were preventable. Don't wait for your FMO moment. Be breach ready, not breach reactive. Go for proactive, monitor, train. Stop AI before it turns on you. So close AI isn't evil. It's just obedient and sometimes a little confused. It doesn't truly understand context, and it often fills the gaps with confident guess. If we want to use its power safely, we must treat it like any privileged system, controlled, monitored, and reviewed. Because with great automation comes great responsibility. Thank you.